Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is Sometimes Success Requires Sacrifice. It is $2.69 on the Steam store, usually $3, but a little bit of an opening discount for this game. It came out today, and it's a little bit different, and you notice I'm having a little bit of fun with the mouse cursor at this point. This is overlaid audio because I'm still working on, I was having problems with getting in-game audio and the recording to work. So, we're going to play the story campaign mode first. And you'll notice that, well, what's going on? Okay, so you're this little ghost, and you're trying to get to an exit. Now, obviously, there's not a lot of lights. Well, how do you deal with that? Well, we all know that ghosts glow. I mean, they're all full of radiation, obviously. And so you could run around the portion trying to find where it is, or you can hit spacebar to commit suicide. Hence the sacrifice part. And so, running around, the ghost appears and lights up the room. The idea here is that you play through this section, try to get as little deaths as possible. Now, it doesn't work in sense of the fact that it's the same room over and over again. So this portion is just you attempting to do it over and over again, trying to sort of memorize the maps. So this first section, it's cool the first time around, but the second and third, not so much. So you see here, I was able to figure out that, okay, it's there. All right, cool. It does have a weird mechanic, but it works on that first portion of it. And it introduces new mechanics as it goes along rather effectively. As you see here, oh, wait, those are gears. And so I automatically run into them, causing the suicide. But I need a little bit more precision on this portion. There we go. And found the exit. Going down here, oh, nope. All right, let's left, nope, okay. So learning a little bit by little. Now, if I learn this portion, obviously I do it better and better, hoping that, you know, I reduce the amount of deaths that I need. But again, with the portion being repetitive, it only really works for that first portion. The second portion feels the same at that point. All right, now this portion, let's see if I can get around. Nope, not that corner, not that corner. Now, there are collectibles. There are like 4 in these maps, and so you can run around and try to find them. I try to do it in this section. I find 2 exits, actually. Sometimes they have multiple exits. In fact, this is, I think, the only one that I found a multiple exit with, though. So, I was trying to look for the collectible, and nope, not in this one. So, a little mini game, and I like the portion of it. It's just, you know, for $2.69, is it enough? Especially with the non-replayability? No, unfortunately it's not. However, I will say that one of the other modes does it better. Alright, we're going to keep on going here for a little bit. Alright, so you need a little bit of precision at times, like right here. I know that there's ones up there, so I'm trying to hug the wall. Nope. I know that there are gears right above, oops, there. So yeah, as you saw with me accidentally running into that. And there you go. You do need a little bit of precision. Here, I didn't need any precision. Here, no precision. Mostly because of timing, as you'll see here. Alright? And you'll notice that, like, if you notice little things, like running into those gears, well, they all run at the same rate, so I'm timing it, and I'm timing it. There we go. There was a third set, I believe, there. So, it's got a cool concept. I will admit that. And it just won't be able to hold up because of the just regular gameplay being the same thing over and over again. As you see here, I'm just trying to get through this section, hoping that I can get to the exit. Don't know where it is. Yep, okay, now I know where it is. I didn't really need to do that, but I also don't have any reason not to do that because, yeah, it's by the number of deaths, but there's also not a time element. I wish they would have recorded the time. At this point, that would have been another cool factor to how fast can you get through it and with as many little deaths as possible. Really, you could keep on doing this, at least for that first section, without actually having to suicide. Now, Endless is a little bit different. Endless puts a bunch of medals on the map, and you have to find them. And so, there's a huge portion here, and I'm sort of, you know, throwing myself out there to try to find these portions. Now, these levels do work a little bit better because, again, it's levels and they're more randomized, but because that they're levels I'm assuming that they'll, you know, over time decay in that sense. Because it really is the same thing over and over again. They don't introduce new mechanics in this one. However, I did enjoy this one a little bit more, as you see me just sort of throwing people around a little bit more randomly at this point. There we go. Now, I go a little bit overboard because you could sort of do this negative and positive space thing where, you know, you have the positive space with the light, and then the negative space you could sort of, you know, just throw your guy around there at that point, trying to find it and sort of like block off the sections. But I wasn't going for like a, you know, improvement run or, you know, really trying to improve everything that I was doing there. So keep that in mind. Now, keep on going, keep on going. All right, and you know, I'm just sort of throwing my guys out there now. And they do a good job of randomizing things. And I admit, for this alone, I know the 270 may be not enough for people, but honestly, it was sort of worth it at this point. I did enjoy this portion reasonably. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it for you guys, but I did enjoy my time with this, even though it is a simple concept. Sometimes simple is better. Sometimes simple is way better. Throw myself there. Look at all the ghosts I've got. All right, I'm noticing that there's more on the sides that I haven't gotten here. Now they do move, if you notice that, and I actually at the end there finally saw the last medal because of that, because they sort of, you know, do this little gyration, and if you look really closely, you will be able to see a medal upcoming here. Keep on going, just throwing people over left and right. I'm nowhere near the medal at this point. I'm just hoping that I can find it. Really getting frustrated at this point, actually, from what I remember. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking, and all of a sudden I see it in the corner there right now, but not here. Now, you can move left and right on the screen. I think at one point I actually don't know what's going on. I don't know where he is, why he can't go up and down. And so I actually end up just suiciding just for the fact that I need to find where he is. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, I thought I saw it. Now, Horde is a mini game that was used to promote everything, which it's not as an outside game, so I did not play it. Trust fall. Fall and don't die. Another little mini game. This one's not entertaining at whatsoever. It's just you falling and trying to avoid things. It's better suited for a mobile game, and I did not really see the appeal of it compared to the other modes. I did it twice. I just like knocking the guy back and forth, and then boop, right in there. So nothing really fun there, in my opinion. And then Chips mode is like Pac-Man. Really, it's just Pac-Man. Now, again, I like the lighting mechanics. I like the way that they introduce the graphics. And like, you'll see an enemy upcoming here. They did a good job of doing the red portion. But other than that, it really didn't do much. This is just collect. And a lot of collecting. Again, not that great. And I will, you know, sort of do this for a little bit and then just sort of get sick of it, and even with showing you guys the video and then stopping. Now, there's multiple levels, but does this look fun to you? It wasn't fun to me. So that's the really entirely of the game, and that's where I'm sort of struggling here in terms of, it's a good game. It's the endless mode I can recommend, but for $3, if you have $3 to spend on it, I could see people liking it. Other than that, you know, it may be a little bit too little content for you. All right, this is Dragnix signing up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing up, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.